Welcome to this video on excursion from Beyond Premiere, and it's time to talk about Kalki 2898 AD. This Indian film is one of the most biggest films ever made, coming from India. Combining Hindu mythology with a crazy futuristic world, we're going to explore into its themes, those standout visual effects, and break down what it all means for a sequel. Welcome and let's begin. So get ready. So this is a wild ride. Now the film is inspired by Hindu scriptures, and here's where things get really interesting. It's set in a post-apocalyptic world in the year 2898 AD. The city of Kasi, a desert wasteland, is ruled by a totally ruthless elite. And also there's a glimmer of hope. We're going to explore this unique blend of mythology, sci-fi, and dystopia and see what kind of story it tells. We're introduced to Bhairava, a bounty hunter in Kasi, a city that has been transformed into a desolated wasteland. Okay, but let's talk about something that's really central to the film's heart: reincarnation. And here's the thing, it's a core concept in Hindu mythology, and it plays a huge role in this film. We discovered that Bhairava, who's on this crazy journey to become a hero, is actually the reincarnation of Karna, a legendary warrior. And hold on, this is a really big deal, because it also means that Bhairava got a lot more power than we initially thought. It's like he's given a second chance, but here's another twist. Sumati, the woman that he's protecting, is carrying a child. And we know that he's prophesied to be the reincarnation of Kalki, the final avatar of Vishnu. And you know what? This is going to be really powerful in the next film. It seems like this child is destined to bring about a new era of hope. But here's where things get really intense. Supreme Yasking is totally trying to stop this prophecy. He wants to harness the power of the child. And that means we're in for a major conflict in the sequel. What I love about this is that we see a lot of reincarnation and the gods. Now that Bhairava has a child and his mother, what's going to be explored in the second film. He's got a mysterious past, and he's not alone. He's got Buji, also known as Buji C1, also known as Buji, his AI droid sidekick. And this is where we start to see the blend of sci-fi and mythology. We see Bhairava grappling with the harsh realities of this dystopian world. He's desperate to escape and find a better life, but he's also got to face the challenges that come with trying to survive. Things get really intense when Sumati escapes from the complex, and you know what? This is where the real adventure begins. Sumati is carrying a child, and it's said that this child will be the final avatar, Vishnu. She's totally on the run from the authorities, and Bhairava is sent to capture her. But Ashvatthama is determined to keep her safe. But hold on, because it looks like this is going to be a major conflict. We're going to see Bhairava, Ashvatthama, and Sumati embark on an epic journey that will lead them to a showdown with the tyrannical Supreme Yasking, the ruler of Kasi. I'm already seeing a few twists and turns in the film, but you're not going to believe this. Bhairava faces off against Supreme Yasking, and it's a major showdown. It's a battle of struggle between good and evil. And you know what? It's a totally dramatic moment. The film is beautiful and it's totally mind-blowing. The visual effects. What I love about Indian films is that they go big, and this film between the battle is huge. But the film Bhairava's journey is not just about defeating Yasking. It's also about fulfilling his destiny as the reincarnation of Kalki, the final avatar of Vishnu. But so yes, this is set up for the next film. But let's explore the big guy, Supreme Yasking. And he's really not someone you want to mess with. He's a ruler of Kasi, and he's not too afraid to use his power. He's a ruler of Kasi, and he's not afraid to use his power to maintain control. It's a pretty scary situation. He's obsessed with achieving absolute power, and it seems like he's willing to do anything to get it. The story unfolds, and this is where things get really intense. We learn that Yasking is determined to capture Sumati and her child, and that escalate the conflict. You see, he knows that Sumati's child is going to be the reincarnation of Kalki, and that's a huge deal. And Yasking wants to use that power for his own selfish purposes. He's going to stop at nothing to get what he wants, and that means going to fight Bhairava and Ashvatthama. But I'm wondering, how to set up the next film. Well, that's not without Bhairava makes a huge sacrifice, and this is a beautiful scene to bring down Yaskin and his regime in a selfless act, a moment of your hero that really highlights the films that he's not just a bounty hunter, he's going to become the hero of humanity, and he's done by putting his own needs aside. The film is going to leave us think it's a mix of closure in a way, but also a whole lot of anticipation. We know that we're gonna see more of Ashvatthama. He's the immortal warrior, and we're gonna see a lot of more of him in the next film. He's got a really fascinating backstory, so we know that he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Also, he's a warrior with purpose, so we know that he's determined to protect Sumati and her child. Also, he's got a connection to the prophecy and he understands its importance, so we're going to see how he guides, helping him embrace his destiny. Obviously, we don't know what are going to be his own motivation. Obviously, the ending was totally unpredictable, and it set up a whole new adventure for Bhairava. We know that his journey to protect the child is going to be a major part of the sequel as well. But also, we saw in the film how he embraced his identity as the reincarnation of Karna. So remember those flashbacks, he's going to be more powerful than ever. And I'm betting that he's going to be a force in the next film. Now, what I was trying to say is that he doesn't die, and what happens with Bhairava is that he does something truly unexpected. So remember that he's supposed to protect the child and Sumati, but here's the thing, he decides to kidnap her from Ashvatthama, and it's a move that's going to have serious consequences. Even though Ashvatthama tries to stop him, Bhairava used Bhuji Booster to go away. Now, why will he do that? Is that really a big twist? And you know what? It's totally set up a major conflict for the sequel. We're left wondering, what is Bhairava's true goal? And is he really trying to betray Ashvatthama? But here's where things get even more intense. The post-credit scene is going to totally blow your mind. We learn that Yaskin doesn't just survive, he actually gains power. We see that he's consumed by a drop of the serum from Sumati's womb, from Sumati, and it's giving him incredible power, and this is a huge game changer. Now Yaskin is going to be even more dangerous, and it's going to make the film so much intense. He's going to go out for revenge, and he's going to do everything he can to get his hands on Sumati and her child. It's going to be a really intense and emotional battle in the sequel. But what are your thoughts on the film? This is just a quick video talking about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.